Okay, so it goes back to what I said before about Arcanine being a legendary Pokemon. Maybe a Pokemon that hasn't been really thought of as a legendary, or maybe at one point it was, and it's just been misused. But what about Pokemon that had baby forms that were legendary Pokemon? They would still be legendary because their whole family was legendary. So, Growlithe would have to be a legendary Pokemon too, as much as Arcanine would be. I mean, it's just got a more powerful status, but really at some point, I mean, Arcanine was supposed to be a Pokemon that, if it was in fact a legendary Pokemon, and Growlithe was later added as a baby form of Growlithe, of Arcanine, then it would make sense that Growlithe should be a legendary Pokemon up until a certain point. So you can catch more than one of them, obviously. Arcanine, you could catch more than one of two in certain areas. So if certain trainers have an Arcanine as like a strong legendary Pokemon, it would be interesting to see what kind of Pokemon Growlithe would have been. They're not uncommon, but they're nice to have though. They're loyal, they're strong, they keep you warm because they're fire types. And then there's the whole debate that Arcanine might have been a flying fire type based on its the way its wings are and all that, or its the little mane it has looks like wings. It's based on its old design. It's interesting. So if that's the case, maybe that's where they got the concept that it was a flying type. But yeah, Growlithe would be an interesting candidate for a legendary because how popular in China was Arcanine versus Growlithe. You can definitely count on that. Arcanine would have pups, and then they'd go up for adoption, and people would definitely be able to adopt one or take care of, rather, or both. It would be interesting to see how that worked out for them. So, Growlithe is a fire type, but at the same time, though, it still requires a Firestone in order to evolve into Arcanine. It's possible that maybe Arcanine was originally supposed to have 3 evolutions. I mean, based on the 1997 Space World demo, there was a baby form of Growlithe, then there was Growlithe, and then there was Arcanine. So it's actually interesting to see how that would have went if that was the case for legendary Growlithe and legendary Arcanine. I still think somebody should make a Pokemon ROM hack where Arcanine is the legendary Pokemon and all legendary Pokemon can be caught more than once, and including Arcanine and Growlithe. Because Pokemon that are pseudo-legendaries should technically be legendaries too. They're just not as strong and as noticeable. But they are rare and hard to get though. So that's kind of something that it's interesting to think about. Because that was one of Game Freak's original ideas from back in the day, that all Pokemon could be caught at least once in a certain area. Maybe some of it was debatable, but there was no such thing as a stationary encounter over in Pokemon originally. It's actually something to think about.